Hello children, welcome back to the English online classes. Today we will start up with the fourth prose, that is Anandi Gopal, and autobiography. Do you know children what is autobiography? Autobiography meaning the life history of a person written by himself is called autobiography. It means the story of a person's life written by the person himself or herself. It is called an autobiography. And biography, it means the story of a person's life written by somebody else. It is written by somebody else. Autobiography, it is written by himself or herself. It is autobiography. And biography meaning it is brief description about a famous personality along with the personal opinion of the author. It is a brief description about a famous personality along with the personal opinion of a writer or author. It is written by somebody else, that is called biography. Hope you got it. And before to start our prose, there is a pre-reading task. Let's read it. Given below are the names of some of the Indian women who are considered great because of their service to India. Identify them and match them with their description. So here you can say they had given two columns. One side names of, you can see here, one side names of some Indian women, they are great personalities of our India, and another side their descriptions. They are not proper, we have to match them properly according to their qualities. So let's start. First one is the fierce patriot who first unfurled India's flag at an international assembly. Fierce, the meaning of fierce is ferocious. Okay, who is she? She is Madam Cama. Madam Bikaiji Cama, Indian Member of Parliament. Cama was one of the prominent figures in the Indian independence movement. She was one of the prominent figures in the Indian independence movement. Bikaji Cama was born in Mumbai, Bombay, in a large, well-off Parsi family. She was born on 24 September in the year of 1861, Navdasari. Madam Cama was the fiery patriot who first unfurled meaning open, spread out. She spread out India's flag at an international assembly. She turned away from a life of luxury and lived an exile to serve her country, our country. She left her luxurious life and lived an exile to serve country. She sacrifices so many things. So next, second one is young Margaret Noble came under the spell of Swami Vivekananda. She came from distant island to India to serve the people of this land. So spell meaning influenced. She was none other than Nivedita, Sister Nivedita. She was disciple of Swami Vivekananda. With no other intention, she came to India to serve the people. Sister Nivedita, she was an Irish teacher, author, social activist, school founder and disciple of Swami Vivekananda. She spent her childhood and early youth in Ireland, from her father, a college professor. This is all about young Margaret. She is Sister Nivedita. The third one, Jawaharlal Nehru's sister, entered the non-cooperation movement. She was the first woman in India to hold a ministerial rank. Who is she? Who was she? Sister of Jawaharlal Nehru? Yes, she is Vijay Lakshmi Pandit. Sister of Jawaharlal Nehru is Vijay Lakshmi Pandit. She also entered the non-cooperation movement. She was the first woman in India to hold a ministerial rank. Vijay Lakshmi Pandit, she was former Indian ambassador to the United States. Vijay Lakshmi Pandit was an Indian diplomat and politician who was elected as the first female president of the United Nations General Assembly. Next comes fourth one. Born in a Bengali family, graduated and worked as a teacher, she was an active member of the Congress party. Who is she? She is none other than Aruna Asif Ali. So, fourth one, this matches to Aruna Asif Ali. Here you can see the picture of image of Aruna Asif Ali. Aruna Asif Ali, she was an Indian educator, political activist and publisher, an active participant in the Indian independence movement. She is widely remembered for hosting the Indian national flag at the Gaulia Tank Maidan, Bombay during a Quit India. So next one, fifth one, she was undoubtedly one of the greatest political leaders of India. She was the first and the only woman to be elected as the Prime Minister. We all know that the first woman Prime Minister of the India is, yes, it is Indira Gandhi. The fifth one matches to Indira Gandhi. She fought for the welfare of the nation. She is such a great woman and great personality. Let's know more about her. Indira Gandhi, former Prime Minister of India. Indira Priyadarshini Gandhi was an Indian political and a central figure of the Indian National Congress. She was the first and to date only female Prime Minister of India. Indira Gandhi was the daughter of Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India. She is greatest political leaders of the India. She was the first and the only woman to be elected as the Prime Minister. So, first one they themselves had given the correct answer here. First one, the fierce patriot who first unfurled India's flag at an international assembly, it is Madam Cama. They themselves had given the correct answer. Second one is Sister Nivedita. Second one matches to Sister Nivedita. And the third one, Vijay Lakshmi Pandit. And the fourth one, Aruna Asif Ali. And the last fifth one is Indira Gandhi. So these all are wonderful women who fought for our nation. These are the women who sacrifices themselves, their lives for our country, for India. Remember these names, children. These are the important women who fought for our country. And why had they given such famous women names here? Because today the lesson is about Anandi Gopal. We are going to study one more famous woman personality today. So before to start, let's have a glance on the glossary part. Let's read and understand and remember these words, and also try to use them in your own words. By that it will be easy to remember, and this way you can improve your vocabulary. The first word is rapid. The meaning of rapid is happening at a great speed. It means in Kannada It is ವೇಗವಾಗಿ. Happening at the great speed, that is rapid. Next one is acquire. Come to have. It is ಪಡೆಯು ಅಥವಾ ಸಂಪಾದಿಸು. It is acquire. ಪಡೆಯುವುದು we can say. Next one is trial. Trial meaning something that tests a person's endurance or patience. Trial. It is prayoga we can say. Tribulation, trouble or suffering. Astonish, surprise very greatly. Surprise or impress, that is astonish. ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯಚಕಿತಗೊಳ್ಳು we can say. And next word is impress, meaning cause or feel admiration. ಆಳವಾದ ಪರಿಣಾಮ ಮಾಡು, that is impress. Poverty, a state of being poor. ಬಡತನ, poverty meaning ಬಡತನ. Wonder, a feeling of surprise. It is again feeling of surprise. It is wonder we can call. Emit, it is give out or discharge. ಹೊರಸೂಸು ಅಥವಾ ಹೊರಹಾಕು, that is emit. In vain, the meaning of in vain is waste, ವ್ಯರ್ಥ, without success, that is in vain. Toll, that is damage resulting from something. Toll means damage resulting from something. It is the result of something. Damage resulting from something. Renowned means prakyati. ಹೆಸರುವಾಸಿಯಾದ, the state of being famous, that is called renowned, well known. Frustrate, prevent from succeeding. Prevent from succeeding, it is called frustrate. ನಿರಾಶೆ ಅಥವಾ ಆಶಾಭಂಗವಾಗು, that is frustrate. Cemetery, that is a large burial ground. In Kannada, it is the Kannada word for that is smashana, that is cemetery. So children, do remember these words. Let's start our lesson. Anandi Gopal. She is a very brave woman. This story is about Anandi Gopal. It is an autobiography. Just now I said the autobiography meaning. The meaning of autobiography is the life history of a person written by himself. This is also a autobiography. It is written by Anandi Gopal herself. She is a very famous, very brave woman who gone to United States to study medicine and came back as the first woman doctor of the India. The story inspires us to achieve something in our life. But her journey was not so easy to achieve the degree of medicine. It was very difficult. Still, she succeeded in becoming first woman doctor of our India because of her strong determination, and behind her success two people were there. Let's read the story and find out who were those two people behind her success. Let's start, students. This is short autobiography written by whom? Yes, it is autobiography written by Anandi Gopal. An autobiography is the story of person's life written by the person himself, while a biography is the story of a person's life written by somebody else. Now we will read the autobiography of Anandi Gopal, the first Indian woman to receive education abroad and to obtain a medical degree. How did she achieve this? What were the obstacles faced by her? What made her desire to become a doctor? Read her autobiography to get answer to these questions. Okay, let's read the lesson. This is the first paragraph. I will read it once and I will explain it to you. I was born on 31st March 1865 as Yamuna Joshi in Kalyan, a small town near Mumbai. My family used to be the landlords in the town, but had lost their riches when I was 9 years old. I was married and my name was changed to Anandi. The meaning of riches is wealth. Okay, the meaning of this: I was born on 31st March 1865 as Yamuna Joshi in Kalyan, a small town near Mumbai. I meaning I refers to Anandi Gopal because it is an autobiography and it is written by Anandi Gopal herself. I refers to Anandi Gopal here. Anandi Gopal was born on 31st March in the year 1865 as Yamuna Joshi. Yamuna Joshi is her first name. Her birthplace was Kalyan. Okay, it is a small town near Mumbai. You might have heard that place. Okay, Kalyan. My family used to be the landlords in the town but had lost their riches. So, Yamuna Joshi's family, they were landlords, they were rich. They owned a lot of lands in the place, in the Kalyan. But due to some circumstance, they had lost their land and wealth. Yamuna Joshi's families basically they were rich. They were landlords, but due to some bad circumstances, they lost their riches. Riches meaning wealth, Aishwaryatva Asti. When I was 9 years old, I was married and my name was changed to Anandi. In those days, in 18th century, child marriage was very common in India. She got married at the very young age of 9 years, and after her marriage her name was changed as Yamuna to Anandi. First her birth name was what? Yamuna Joshi, and after she get married her name was changed Yamuna to Anandi. This is the custom in some areas, that is tradition. By her in-laws, her name changed to, or by her husband, her name changes to Yamuna to Anandi. So, Yamuna became Anandi after her marriage. Did you understand this paragraph? This important to remember. This is important to remember. She was born in the year of 1865 on 31st March in Kalyan near Mumbai. Her family was wealthy basically. They had lost all those lands and she got married. Her family was actually wealthy. They had lost all lands. They lost their riches, their wealth. And after she get married at a very young age, at the age of 9 years old, and after her marriage her name is changed to Yamuna to Anandi. Let's move to the next paragraph. Before my marriage I could barely read Marathi. Education of girls was not common then, but my husband Gopal Rao was an ardent supporter of widow marriage and women's education. After our marriage he started teaching me. This was very difficult in those days. A husband didn't even speak directly to his wife in front of others. In the beginning, my husband tried to enroll me in the missionary schools, but that did not work out. We had to move from Kalyan to Alibag, to Kolhapur, and finally to Calcutta, where he was left free to teach me. Before my marriage, I could barely read Marathi. In those days, in 18th century, there were lot of discrimination among boys and girls. Gender inequality. Girls were not allowed to go to school. Education was not necessary considered for women. So that's the reason she was just barely read Marathi. Education of girls was not common then. Girls did not go to school then. They were not allowed to go to school. They were not allowed to study they were not allowed to complete their education. But my husband Gopal Rao was an ardent supporter of widow marriage and women's education. So her husband Her husband name was Gopal Rao. The man who married to her at at the young age of 9, his name was Gopal Rao. He was a very liberal person. He was a progressive thinker. He actually want to bring reforms in the society. He want to change all these bad customs of India. He was a practical person. He know that education is important for all. She's saying here, my husband is not like that. One who opposed women's education. He wanted her to study. Ardent meaning, the meaning of ardent is katta, passionate. He was supporters to widow remarriage and women's education. He was a good human being. He wanted to bring reforms in the society. In those days, it was a custom. If a woman lost her husband, she was not allowed to get married again. But this man, Gopal Rao, he was a supporter of widow remarriage and women's education. He started teaching me. He started teaching me. This was very difficult in those days. Husbands did not even speak directly to his wife in front of others. So he wanted to actually study. He wanted her actually to study. It was good for Anandi because she couldn't study before her marriage, and teaching her was also very difficult because in those days customs were really different. In those days it was not allowed to speak with husband in the presence of others. Husband and wife did not speak in front of others. It is a considered indecent. It is not acceptable to talk in front of elder people. It was custom then. In the beginning, my husband tried to enroll me in the missionary schools, but that did not work out. Enroll meaning of enroll is dakhale pade. So in that time, in the beginning time, his husband tried to enroll her. She wanted to take admission in missionary schools. He tried to get her admission in missionary schools, but it was of no use because all schools were for boys. There were no schools for girls. So in the beginning he started to teach Anandi, but later he took admission in missionary school because he found difficult to teach her at home. So he decided to send her to schools. He took admission in the missionary school, which was founded by Britishers. Then in those days British were ruling the India. Missionary schools refer to English medium school started by the Christian missionaries during the Britishers rule. And Gopal Rao decided to move her to school, but that did not work out either. So we had moved from Kalyan to Alibag to Kolhapur and finally to Calcutta, where he was left free to teach me. So Gopal Rao decided to move her to school, but it did not work out either. So they moved from Kalyan to Alibag and then to Kolhapur and finally to Calcutta, where he was left free to teach her. After Kolhapur, they moved to Calcutta, and there they finally able to get education. He made his mind to give her good education. He determined to give to her good education. For that sake, he changed places also and finally moved to Calcutta. There he was free to teach Anandi. Calcutta, it is in West Bengal, and there this couple have some liberty, their own space, and they completed this education task. Next paragraph. After my rapid progress, my husband was insistent that I should acquire higher education. In those days, female doctors were not available in our country. Many women, reluctant to approach a male doctor, would suffer a lot as a result. I myself had lost my infant son when I was 14, so I decided that I would like to be a doctor. Insistent, the meaning of insistent is ಒತ್ತಾಯ ಮಾಡು. Okay. Reluctant, the meaning of reluctant is ಇಷ್ಟವಿಲ್ಲದ. Infant means ಹಸುಗೂಸು, ಎಳೆಗೂಸು. Rapid, meaning of rapid is ವೇಗವಾಗಿ. In glossary part you had read it. So after my rapid progress, my husband was insistent that I should acquire higher education. She started to learn very fast. She was very clever in learning, so he insisted her to get her higher studies. He forced to get higher education. And in those days there were no female doctors at all. Whenever the woman wanted to take any treatment, there were no female doctors at all in India. In those days, female doctors were not available in our country. Many women reluctant to approach a male doctors. They are not ready to approach a male doctor. Would suffer a lot as a result. Result of that, those women suffered a lot. I myself had lost my infant son when I was 14, so I decided that I would like to be a doctor. This made her to become a doctor. In those days, there were no female doctors at all. Whenever the woman wanted to take any treatment, there were no female doctors at all in India. So Anandi think to become a doctor. They feel hesitant. They feel shy to consult male doctors. And here, Anandi herself, she lost her infant, small infant child, because there were no female doctors to get good treatment. She gives birth at the age of very young age of 14. The baby died after 10 days. That is because then there were no good doctors to treat women. This is when Anandi Gopal finally decided to become a doctor, woman doctor. This is the decision she takes, it not like somebody forced her. She decided to become a woman doctor. She herself decided so that she could help fellow women in the country. How that is her journey, that is how her journey begins to become a doctor. Was it going to be easy? Was it going to be easy? What and all difficulties she faced to become a doctor? We will see it in our next video. Read this autobiography once again, autobiography of Anandi Gopal once again at home. If you have any doubts, call to my number. Thank you. Bye bye.